What's going on, guys? Vulkan here, and we have some massive news for Arc Raiders. It was a busy day in the Arc Raiders community. We had two huge info drops, and we're going to go through both of them today. So one, we're going to start off with the bigger one. I'm not going to waste your guys' time. We're going to get straight into the nitty gritty. So one, we have this new post, The Frontier Expands North. One of the big things we've been talking about since the roadmap has been revealed is what exactly does this all mean? There was some kind of secrecy and sort of vagueness to it. Well, now a lot has been revealed. So starting tomorrow, which is fantastic, the community unlock event called Breaking New Ground begins. In this, players will be asked to contribute resources, and these resources are going to be basic materials. You donate these towards the project, and we will go towards unlocking Stella Montis, which is a new map. Now, there is a requirement. Players have had to have played at least 5 rounds to participate in this effort. Here's the materials that we need. You can see they are truly basic. Metal parts, fabric, rubber parts, chemicals, plastic parts. Stuff you get from Scrappy, stuff you break down everything else into. So it shouldn't be very difficult to go and get all of these things, which makes me think we're gonna need a lot of them. And I mean, like a lot. So they did say your efforts won't go unrewarded. There is something for us as well. Donations into Breaking New Ground are gonna earn you merits. Merits are a new event currency that will fuel the next phase of progression. There is a cap on how many merits can be earned from material donations, and anything additional will aid Speranza in reaching Stella Montis more quickly. Now, I want to talk about this for a second. Reaching it more quickly, that implication there is that we can speed up the unlock of Stella Montis, which makes me think, is this going to be a release window rather than a release date? How much can we influence the reaching of Stella Montis? Is it going to be, hey, no matter what, by the time we reach December 1st, this thing is going to be unlocked and ready to go? Or is it's going to take X amount of time to reach it and it's all on you guys? It could take 2 months. It's up to you. Or is this going to be, no matter what, we're going to open it by December 1st, but if you guys get your act together, you could see it by as early as next week. I'm not entirely sure, but that sentence definitely leapt off the page to me. After this, we do have phase 2, which is staking our claim, a new progression track. So, Stella Montis, carved deep into the northern mountains, Stella Montis tempts raiders to explore an abandoned facility that remains relatively well preserved compared to the wreckage of the lower Rust Belt. So it's going to be an indoor thing with a little bit of outdoor, I would imagine, but the kind of belly of the beast facility imagery here is very interesting. So curious to see what the map layout is, how it performs, how it plays. Now here, we do talk about a new progression track with personal rewards and challenges will run for a limited time until December. What comes with this new update? Because it's not just the new map, we also have new Arc enemies, gameplay items, and more. So first we have the Matriarch, an imposing Arc machine that makes the Queen look friendly. Insane. And it's only found during specific map conditions, so this one is going to be crazy. Then the Shredder will first appear in Stella Montis, challenging raiders to stay sharp, love the use of words there, in close quarter encounters. So again, these I'm very curious to see what the gameplay loop is going to look like and their behaviors, all of those things, but I love what they've been doing so far, and I think these two are going to be a really cool addition. We also have new legendary weapons, 3 new mines, and 2 new grenades. I'm curious to see if we're going to get mines and grenades or like consumables, throwables, those type of things. Is that going to be the bulk of our new arsenal, where we have like 1 weapon and then a couple things like this to accompany it? Or are we going to see it just kind of be random where, hey, this time around we get 3 new legendary weapons and 1 new mine? I just don't want the catalog of consumables and throwables to become too large where it feels like we have to sort of pick our with to pick things a little bit more strenuously. I just don't want to do that. I want it to be, we're just, hey, I'm going out here. Here's a couple mines that I need to have. These are my favorites. Here's a couple grenades I need to take. These are my favorites, or they're very situational. Let's take these and go. I don't want it to be like, hey, here's 15 different things to choose from, because then I think it's going to scare away new players and overwhelm them, as well as become a little too convoluted for what they're actually trying to do. Now, it's just my 2 cents. Again, this is the first update, and I'm forecasting, predicting, doing all those things, so not going to try to do anything crazy here. And then looking ahead, we have the Cold Snap update, which is going to arrive in December, which is going to introduce Flickering Flames, a new Snowfall map condition, and the awaited Expedition Project Raider reset, which a lot of people are very much looking forward to because they want new skill trees. A lot of people didn't go into Security Breach, and a lot of people regret it, so there you go. But this update isn't the only one that we had today. We also had a pretty large other one, and that one is directly available. It affects us today, right now. Let's talk about it. So jumping over to the news, we have duo matchmaking and store update. Okay, so one of the cornerstones of a good development studio is the ability to listen to your customers. And that goes for any business, to be honest. If you listen to your customers and you're able to interpret what they're saying, you're able to cut through the noise and find the signal, then you can have a very successful business, very successful run at whatever it is you're doing. But the problem is a lot of companies don't do that. They think we know better, right? It goes right back to the World of Warcraft. You think you do, but you don't. And then turns out you do. So this is one of the things that I think Arc Raiders is doing particularly well, and it's only been a few weeks. So this is another thing that dropped today. Duo matchmaking. This has been one of the things that people have brought up, and they're like, gosh, just give us duo matchmaking because we're kind of the odd man out. You have solos, which is like, and then you have trios, which is also, and so we feel like we're forgotten about, right? Only two of us play, that type of thing. So what they did was they went out and silently tested and enabled duo prioritized matchmaking beginning earlier this week. It has already been live and working. Duo matchmaking is going to work like this. First, they're going to prioritize solos and squads to play separately. Makes sense? After that, they're going to prioritize duos to play with other duos and for trios to play with trios, which is exactly what people wanted. Now, please note, this is not a 100% guaranteed system, so other times you may run into differing constellations of players other than your own. This is fantastic. This was one of those things I had consistently seen across Reddit, across social media, where people were just saying, guys, please do something about duos because it's becoming rough. And I think them going and just testing it, not making a promise and then under-delivering, not saying, hey, we'll add it to our roadmap, not saying, hey, let's do this big thing. They just said, you know what, let's test it. Let's just see what happens. We can be agile. Why not? And they did, and apparently it's working. I'm not going to say perfectly, obviously, but it's working. So for you duos out there, just know there is hope, and it's currently attainable. Then we also have store cosmetic prices. Again, this is another thing where they cut through the noise, found the signal for what their customers were actually wanting, and they have reviewed their prices and made adjustments to lower prices where applicable. Revised prices will go live tomorrow, Thursday the 13th at 10:30 Central European Time. So for any raider who has already made a purchase on the old pricing, they will compensate you. Again, just good business practices, guys, just good business practices. And I agree. We paid $40 base for this game, and you go in and you took a look at some of the things in the cosmetic store and you're like, oh God, these suck, dude. These prices are terrible because they're expensive. And so I'm not going to spend money there. Arc Raiders wants to make a profit. And let me tell you, some money is better than no money. So they went through, reviewed it and said, you know what? The players are probably right. Let's lower this. Let's see if we can boost sales because we need to start recouping our cost for all of our shareholders and our investors. So there's some ulterior motive there. Let's talk Raider decks. Okay, so this is one of the things, it looks like they just really wanted to clarify because, again, there was some confusion around this. Right now, there's one free Raider deck. In the future, you're going to see both free and premium, which we knew about. They do have some important things to note. So gameplay items are only going to be in free decks. These are designed to help new raiders get into the game. Think about this as an on-ramp for new players. There will also be no pay-to-win items in the premium raider decks. The focus here is for cosmetics and convenience. Now, convenience is a little bit of a slippery slope because I've seen this used, but there are downstream implications of the word convenience. For instance, pay for convenience and experience boost. On the surface, you're like, oh, you're just going to level faster. That's fine. What happens when you level faster or you get a level boost? You go from 1 to max level. At max level, now you have access to better content, you have access to better gear, you're stronger, you have more skill points. In a PvP game, what does that mean? That means you're going to operate better, you're going to have a power difference, and there's going to be some differences between a new player and a experienced player. So convenience on the surface doesn't always mean pay for power or pay to win, but there are downstream implications and downstream effects that will come into play based upon that. So this is a slippery slope, and it's one that I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. So outside of that, guys, I mean, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy day for Arc Raiders. It's been a good day for the Arc Raiders community. I want to know about you guys. What do you guys think about all of this? Is this something that you're excited about? Are you a duo player? Do you want to figure out what the Matriarch's all about? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.